Yeah, I have very strong feelings about most of the major sports. First of all, football needs to lose the helmets and the pads. Lose it completely.
Golfing needs to add them. Right? Get in there, a little contact.
Golfing needs to add like some sort of like nonsense to it, I think.
Arm wrestling.
I would like 1 out of like 30 drives to be an exploding ball. just
Tiger, very unfortunate. First time this weekend, actually, he's got struck with the exploding ball. That's a bit of shrapnel in his thigh there. We're going to see how that affects him on the 17th.
Maybe like a couple of, not punji pits, but like a punji pit, and in the bottom there's like some foam or something. Like, Mickelson is down.
Oh, and Mickelson now impaled with bamboo, covered in the groundskeeper's shit. This is probably the worst thing he can do. And by the rules, you have to play it where it lies. Just the punchy pit.
Golf
that is a tough chipping angle.
Golf is irredeemable. Like, it's never going to be a fun spectator sport. It's fun to play, terrible to watch. But I think football needs to lose the pads and the helmets, because I think people would stop playing like assholes, because right now they got that armor on their head and they're just ramming into each other. It's the same reason that boxing gives more CTE than MMA. It applies.
It's just head, right? Like,
well, no, it's because they've got these big 1 pound cushions on their hands, and they're just
I would think because it's like, whereas MMA, like, you're getting your leg twisted, you're getting your leg kicked, you're getting
that's a big part of it too, yeah,
squeezed, but everything is here in boxing.
There's essentially one way to lose boxing. I mean, and people get. There's body shots that put people down, but you don't see all that much, right? There's not all that many liver shots where it's like, a liver shot, it's fight over. It's mostly people getting hit in the head till they get a 10 count, then getting hit in the head until they get a 10 count, and then it's the fight.
I've been watching more boxing lately. I feel like a big part of it is the 10 count part, 8 count really, but yeah, it is the way that a boxer can get knocked down and then he's expected to get up again. And one of the biggest like social fouls in boxing is to quit. You need to get carried out on your shield in that sport. So there's no tapping. There's no, you have the best of me. In MMA, sometimes people get rear naked choked. It's a painless way to lose, and they know that this isn't going to be their night, and it just goes down. In boxing, that cannot be. So they get knocked down. If they can stand, they must stand. Otherwise, they'll never have a fan again. And that's just a good point. Whereas in MMA, like, if you get the best of me for just one part of the fight, it finishes. It's over. In boxing, they're like, all right, let's do some more. Let's Woody stand up and again pummel him, and I'm out there with no offense and no
We've
defense.
had one knockout, yes, but what about second knockout?
Yeah. I think it's the whole give them a break and let them try again aspect that leads to that damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. There's tons of components of boxing that lead to more brain damage than other combat sports.
Kyle, I want to know the rest of your
sports changes.
Sports. Yeah, football.
NBA basketball should be 4 versus 4. Should be 4 versus 4, and they should raise the rim another foot.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I mean, these guys don't look like it's that hard to dunk, so that would be good.
They should, and I think anything. I think there should be I think that field goals should still be 2 points, but dunks and layups should be 1. And it should be 1 point.
Would raising the rim a foot help small guys or big guys? It sounds stupid at first, right? Obviously, the biggest do well, but it might become more of a shooter's game. It might be that not every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
That's what I'm trying to accomplish by these rule changes. Is to open the field up, allow for more lanes for passing with 4v4, because I think the original game was a bunch of fucking Hoosiers, white dudes, smaller than us, that were out there quite unathletic, shooting into a goddamn peach basket. Yeah. Now these guys are behemoths, right? You're only 6'6"? Whew, I don't know.
We'll make you an outside
shooter. That with the
slam ball,
the extra basket above that was more points.
Oh,
MTV had like a.
I don't know anything about that. That sounds cool.
It's like 20 points. There's like a 50-point basket or something. I'm making it up, but there were like different tiers of points for it, like way up there. It's like a half court shot up.
Yeah,
I like your idea, Kyle. I'd watch a basketball game if they made it a little taller and only 4 people. Make it cover more, make them sprint a little more.
I think there would be more defense played, and I think there'd be more outside shooting, and I think that's a more entertaining game. But maybe I'm in the minority. I mean,
or lower it a foot.
Or lower
To be
8 feet.
lower in the-
They don't
Making a
knock
hole
their
in the
teeth
ground
out
for all
on
I
the
care.
rim.
I don't know.
So-
We used to. My dad and I used to watch these guys do this, like these bird dog trials, which we thought was a pretty cruel fucking bullshit sport, where they take these quail and they have the quail in a big cage, and they take them and like put them in a towel, and they sort of like do this spin move to like make them real dizzy, and then they hide them like Easter eggs in the field, and then you get your pointer dog, and you go out there, he points them, and then makes them fly, and then you shoot them, and you're judged on the speed that you clear the course, accuracy, and a few other things. And we're just like, this is bullshit. He had to kick the bird to make it fucking fly. Like the bird was all fucked up already. That's when I originally thought punji pits needed to be in a sport. I was like, we need a punji pit full of weasels out there for that son of a bitch to fall in.
Full of weasels.
Yeah, angry weasels in there. Yeah, a lot of the sports just don't entertain.
Oh, and he's fallen into the weasel pit, Tom. That's not gonna be a really.
Those are rabid weasels, I'm told. Yes, they are hungry.
I would.
Oh,
How about
baseball.
hockey? Oh, baseball. How do you fix baseball?
Baseball? Aluminum fucking bats.
Hell yeah!
Aluminum fucking bats.
How does
And
it
no
give 'em-
gloves.
No gloves.
We'll keep the gloves, but now everybody wears a helmet.
They can just borrow
the
one from
whole
the NFL.
infield is going to want one of those helmets with the shield on it, right? When you get a major league ball player can hit a ball so goddamn hard with an aluminum bat, it would be insanity.
Do you think
It would
how
be
many
insane.
players would break current home run records?
All of them.
Not all of them, of course. Some are pitchers and stuff. But like,
I feel like any big hitter would.
Any
Right?
big hitter is going to break the home run record with an aluminum
Who's that really
bat.
good guy?
Barry
Carpenter,
Bonds.
Fisher, who I don't remember. The,
Babe Ruth?
no, the really good guy right now.
Kirby Puckett.
The main dude. I don't
Ty Cobb.
right now,
Dave
baseball man.
Justice.
God,
Anyone
don't-
from the late 90s.
Javier Lopez.
Sosa.
Yeah. Sosa, Pujols. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
watch fucking baseball anymore. We haven't won a fucking.
So far,
don't know.
Kyle, 100% on board with your football prescription and basketball. And baseball so far is frankly my favorite. The aluminum
Lay that
bat
aluminum
idea.
bat
Great.
down. Oh, also extra outfielder, and the fields go back about 50 more feet.
Yes, and they can use chewing tobacco again because that's cool.
Oh, for sure.
Should there
It's
be a
required.
water hazard in there?
Water
So
hazard?
the
On
water
the
hazard
warning
is
track,
forced
I would be
up.
okay with that. Instead of a warning track, a moat.
I had to process that. That's a genius idea.
Oh, he's in the moat.
Careful
Where
about
if they
Chicago.
run
They have an
past
alligator.
first- if they run past first and fall into, like, then they're out.
Dude, running
This
the
is why it's
bases
so
would be
rough playing in Minnesota.
running the bases would be like the steeplechase. You know, they've got some hurdles with water hazards on the other
The
side.
Toronto Blue Jays are the only people who play in wetsuits.
I want it to be kind of like wacky races where it's like, oh, and the Braves have deployed their oil slick. Looks like Thompson's not making it to third. And it's just slips right there.
NASCAR's like Mario Kart.
I honestly
Oh, and the
like,
third baseman utilizes his bag of marbles.
What's the
Bro.
40 being launched out of?
It's out of, it's like an M203, but it's one of those Chinese like knockoffs.
Yeah. Spikes makes a cool one.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if they took that or not.
I'm sure they did.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
Sure they
Listen,
did.
They told me they took everything.
I have it under good authority. They're very good at finding things.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about that last week. I was obviously talking about the first time they raided my house. You know, when and that was a situation like ATF was in the living room and they had this big list of like my registered stuff and they're like, we're not coming up with a couple machine guns here, and they're looking at me like I've done something wrong, and I'm like, well, they're in my bedroom. They're like, we searched the bedroom quite well, sir. And I'm like, mind if I take a look? And like, help yourself. And I walk in and I just like, I know exactly where the machine gun is. And I just like reach between two pairs of blue jeans on a rack and go, "Ka-ka!" and I've got an M4 and I'm just like, this the one? And he's I won't use his name, but the head of the field office looks at his agent like, you've just humiliated me in front of Mr. Myers.
You've made me appear a fool, and I do not appreciate it.
The last time, Gaston, you failed me.
You're definitely on, let's say, the unfavorable end of that situation. I will say I've had a very favorable situation in an audit inspection where they came and I was completely caught off guard, very much like you in that situation where it was like, hey, we've got this list. Where are these things? And again, I won't use names, but I was like, I don't know. Like I didn't do that form. That's not mine. Like what is it? What's the serial number? It's a 20 millimeter? What? Like, oh, that's the dude I paid like 2 or 3 years ago. He already formed it, and he's been sitting on my money and hasn't shipped me the rifle. And I was like, yes. Now I got the ATF on my side, breathing down his neck. And they're like, hey, you know that thing that's in your possession? You better ship that out this week. Or if it's not finished, you need to finish it this week because you've already formed it to this guy and it should be in his safe. And I was like, yes, I've been trying to get this freaking rifle for years now. And dude's been sitting on it.
That's shocking. So you paid for it and it took him years to deliver and you didn't.
Yeah, some of these specialty
refund, or is that just?
It doesn't really work with these guys, not the big bore guys. Like a lot of these specialty shops and stuff like that, they're like, we'll get around to it when we get around to it, and you pay us first. And
this guy's selling 5 cars a day. He was a killer. He and we're all just seething with anger that they brought this because it's a real tribal type thing where like if you're the new guy, it's a while before we're going to accept you or have any respect for you. We got to see you do something. Like we got to hear you say something smart at least, like give some advice or sell a car, do a thing. And this guy came in and it was like, this guy's a shark. Like this is a shark and not a guppy. Like we got to watch this guy. He'll steal our deals from us if he can, but more likely he'll steal the customers. And he was just so good. He was better than any of us. But that was our punishment. Did
he stick around, or was he?
No. He just brought that guy in for a 3-day weekend. That guy sold like 16 cars in a 3-day weekend or something. It was stupid.
He sold 16 cars in 3 days. That's insane.
We all sold a bunch of. I mean, on a weekend like that, it's pretty outrageous. It's a big store. I think we had 15 acres of cars. So like, sold a lot of cars that.
So Kyle, I'm looking for a little advice. I'm not going to buy a new car unless mine breaks down for a couple years. But when I do go, what are the questions I need to be asking and the bullshit I need to be on the lookout for? Or is there...
You can handle almost all of it over the phone at this point. The real question is like, what do you want? Like do you want to lease a car? Do you want to buy a car? What kind of car?
I'd want to buy one.
New or used?
Used, because I'm not a silly goose.
Okay, so things are really easy if you're buying a used car. Now it's really going to boil down to financing because the cost of the car, there isn't some sort of dealer markup. There's no systems in place to dick you around there. They're not going to hide money anywhere. There's none of that. It's a used car. It is what it is, and you can kind of do research and determine if the value that they're charging for it is right or not. And there's going to be some negotiation involved. You can look at the trade-in values to kind of get an idea of what they may have into it. But then you got to consider that they probably pumped at least $500 into it, just getting it spiffy enough to stick on the lot because they use their own in-house people, which they have to pay an exorbitant rate. So yeah,
if you ask them, like if you say, like I've heard like these kind of like silly tricks and like stories and stuff, but I don't know if they actually work. Like if you went to like a salesman at the end of the month, I've heard it's best to go near the end, and you told them like, show me what the wholesale you guys pay for this car, and I'll pay wholesale plus 1,000 or wholesale plus 800, just to make sure that they finish their month out good with their numbers and they're still not losing money.
That would work on a new car for sure. The whole like show me the wholesale and I'll pay 1,000, but what you'd really say is I'll pay 1,000 under that. Show me your cost and then lose $1,000, and that would be my negotiating stance on any new car. Would be show me your cost and then lose 1,000 to sell me this car if you're really looking for the best deal, because they will. I saw it happen so many times when it would be like, okay, the dealership sold 389 cars this month. At 400, corporate Auto Nation bestows us with a $50,000 bonus. Guess who gets to decide how it gets distributed? the general manager. Guess how he distributes it? He keeps it. So he really wants to fucking sell 11 more cars today. And if it means losing a little here and there, like, he'll make it up somewhere else. You know, he just will. And that's the numbers are always so pliable. Like to a customer, when you get presented with the cost of a car, you're probably thinking, this is like a mortgage. This is like written in stone. They went and printed this out. Nah, they can flub that whole thing up. I remember I went to a customer. I went to my manager. I said, hey, this guy wants to buy this car. Here's the stock number. You know, print it all out. Add this and that. You know, these additional items. I like to have those as a negotiating tactic. If they're adding permaplate, that was our big one. It didn't even exist. We didn't even put it on the car. It was just a warranty against stains. Only one person in like 2.5 years ever came in to like activate their permaplate warranty. It cost $700 a pop, and we don't do anything. So, so I just remember my manager gives me the manager gives me the one sheet or whatever, and I'm like, no. Make it $2,000 more expensive. And he's like, well, that's just the cost of the car. I was like, make it $2,000 more extra on the bottom. Just say plus 2,000. All right. So I go back over there. I said, got a great deal for you, sir. I was dealing with this British guy selling him a Ford Freestyle, which was the ugliest piece of shit they ever made.
I don't even know what that is.
It's sitting on a Volvo XC90 platform. It's the same platform as the 500. It had the Ford 500, which I think is discontinued now. It had this CVT, continuously variable transmission, this really underpowered engine. It was like, oh, sir, you don't want to drive a minivan? Well, how about something even worse, the Ford Freestyle? But this British guy fucking loved it. The whole time I'm showing it to him, I'm like, well, we only have one. They go so fast. We only have one here. Look, I was like, I'm happy to let you leave. You know, go home, talk to your credit union. But this green one here, it was hideous. Probably won't be here. It probably won't be here when you get back.
It's racing green.
And he's just like, I'm like, usually we sell these things, and this is me, like, this is stuff that I was taught or like I took from my managers. We usually sell these things $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 over the sticker price. There's so much demand for them. People are traveling out of state, coming here and buying them, and just paying their taxes out of state. This is the only one here, sir. We're a corporate store. Do you understand? We're not just one store. We're not three. We're 800 stores across the United States. We sell more cars than anybody in the world. We're Auto Nation. We have one. Oh, he's just all frazzled. He comes back the next night with his credit union check, and he paid $2,000 over the sticker price for that fucking Ford Freestyle. We would have discounted that thing another like $2,800, $3,200 or something like that. He overpaid $6,000 because I wanted him to.
Taylor said he wants a used car because he's not a silly. I forget what he was.
Not a silly goose.
A silly goose. Thank you.
I've never met anyone who said that buying new cars, like if you buy a new car because you want to, like it makes sense to me. But I've never heard anyone say, oh, yeah, always buy a new car. That's the smart financial move. Like everyone always says buy used.
So what I did is I would load up the old bowling ball mortar about 5-6 times a day, set that bad boy off because it sounds like 10 pounds of dynamite going off.
I spent a lot of money on bowling balls, but
they're free. That's the best part. By the way, I still have my bowling ball mortar. That's not a firearm at all. You can have all the bowling ball mortars you want, and just an ounce of black powder will launch a 16-pound bowling ball a quarter of a fucking
That's why
mile.
the side of my stable looks like a pirate ship. You open those little half doors and roll the bowling ball mortars out.
Yeah, I would go to the bowling alley.
Colin, Hope, Jackie, ready?
Load!
10 degrees northeast. You got your fucking Admiral hat on. Your pantaloons and 15 pistols, single shot strapped across your chest.
Yeah, I'd go to the bowling alley and I'd be like, hey, do you have any broken balls that I could have? And they're like, no, we got nothing like that. I was like, well, hang on a minute. I load them into a cannon and I fire them a quarter of a mile with it. Here, let me show you a video. And they, holy fuck.
Well, why didn't you lead with that?
That's literally how it goes every time. We got a bunch of them. You want them? And they'll just give them to me for free. So I would just I'd drive back home with the back of my truck is just bowling balls rolling around like that back there. And we go out there and have one hell of a time. Those things are fun as fuck.
That sounds like fun. I want to try that someday.
Mine like rotates like 90 degrees or something. I guess, yeah, 90 degrees. So you can fire straight ahead. So I've like shot cars with it and stuff like that, like a cannon. Or then you can tilt it all the way up and shoot straight up like a mortar, So you sort of do this big arcing fire thing. We loaded that thing up with a bowling ball one time. And I stood right next to a ballistics gel dummy. And I mean right next to it. Like I can put my hand on his shoulder. Mm-hmm. And they fired the bowling ball at the ballistics gel guy right over my shoulder and exploded him in high speed. But Kitty was like, "Oh, we can't show that to anyone. It's too dangerous." And I was like, "Then why did I fucking do it?"
You should have still uploaded it and been
There's
like,
a couple videos.
"Now, my friends, this is what we call movie magic."
Like you could tell it's not movie magic. You see the bowling ball come out at like 6,000 frames per second. Did it hurt?
Did the gel hit you? I should start with.
Oh no. It just sort of exploded and fell to pieces.
Past you, maybe. Yeah.
You could tell, but like if it had hit me, it would have turned me inside fucking out.
Yeah,
I
think most people know this. The thing about water or gel is it doesn't compress, right? It can deform, but it doesn't compress. So unless it can deform fast enough, it might as well be a solid.
Pretty much. It's it's meant to mimic human flesh. It's supposed to be the same consistency as like our fatty tissues and innards minus the bones.
Is it as heavy? Like if you picked up a torso of
it's heavy when you pick
gel,
up the torso.
would it feel like a human torso where it's like
pretty heavy? Like
something?
the I would say probably 50 pounds. It doesn't have the bones in it, but so that you're lacking that. But still, it's like, all right, I got it. There we go. It's a load. Normally we would get it in these like rectangular cubes,
mm-hmm.
and it's really fucking expensive shit. I was lucky enough that they would.
Did you ever make it?
I tried making it, and you got to do such a good job. It's the clarity is important on camera, especially with high speed, because you want that side angle where the bullet enters and deforms and does its whole thing. And so if the gel isn't extra clear, like as clear as glass, then that you really have a terrible looking shot on camera. And so I would try to recycle it. That's what I would really try to do is after we've shot a piece, let's melt it down and filter it, put it back in the mold. But it just never came out pristine.
All these tiny air bubbles.
Yeah, air bubbles, and it would be yellowed and foggy and gray, and it would do all sorts of different things. It was just better to just get another block because you wanted.
How much is a block?
They would give them to me, but they're not cheap. Like over $100, I think maybe. I don't know. I didn't have to pay for them, but I remember the idea of paying for them was almost like fuck that.
Sometimes, well, your videos were really profitable though. Like your videos had a budget, which I was always. Your videos grew, right? So like there was one video you made where you literally just like stood in near a water source. So people say they're not real bullets, and you shot it in the water. It was new to me to see all the splashes from the bullet. It was a neat effect. Sure. And it was that straightforward. It was I'm going to make it up, a $6 video, right? No big deal.
Yeah.
Later on, there was bigger budgets, they could cost thousands to put that together. They're blowing up cars and things.
Yeah, every car it was about $700 to $1,000 depending on how much I had to spend, and often was buying the guns. So you'd have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 in there. If there's any high speed work that's not done by Richard Ryan, who was always kind enough to donate his time and cameras, that's like $5,000 a day just to have the camera there.
Didn't the Iraq guys help you out too? Or am I crazy?
Yeah, but they had the same high speed camera that you have. Well, I paid them. I paid Eric would donate his time, but Chad, like that's his job. He had sort of quit his real life job, and so I would pay him for his time and effort and everything. He was traveling and
his investment.
So, yeah, I paid him, and deservingly so. But some of those videos, I think the quad rotor video was $450,000 to make that video. And it wasn't the CGI, it wasn't the props house. It was the fucking they rented a movie ranch out in the desert outside of Los Angeles. There were 2 or 3 fire trucks, 2 or 3 ambulances. I had a wardrobe and makeup girl for some reason. There were professional explosives experts up in a cherry picker with guns setting off stuff. There was explosives being wired up everywhere, and we're doing it in Los Angeles, not in fucking Georgia. So everything is 5 times more expensive than it normally was. And they did a full day of shooting, maybe 50 people getting paid for a full day on a union movie job. It was There was a director. There was a card girl with my lines on them. They wasted so. I was like, let's just do it in Georgia. Give me the 450 grand. I'll do it for $125. like, no. Gustav really wants to work with you.
Jeremy, you got a lot of jobs today.
Jeremy, have you ever been a card girl?
I'm going to pay you $300.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's so like when you buy ground beef at the store, you're getting all kinds of shit. First of all, it's not the same cow. It's like 1,000 cows and all of the parts that they're not trimming that. They're just throwing every piece of goo in there and grinding it up and putting it in a package. With this, you can pick exactly the piece of meat
The
you
goo
want
is the
from
flavor, Kyle.
The goo is not the flavor. You're getting one cow's meat and you're getting the specific pieces you want. You get the chuck roast, you get the short rib, and you can make the most fantastic burgers. They're incredible. So
Oh,
good.
I believe you. When's the last time you did that?
I did it as soon as I got the meat grinder, and I haven't done it since.
So was it just one of those things where you ate it and you're like, this is fantastic. And then the next time you thought about doing it, you're like, work versus payoff. I don't know.
It's really not a lot of work. It really isn't. Like the machine is just kind of set up, and you just flip a switch and put the meat in the top, and it just comes out as ground beef, and you're done. It's honestly like an extra 5 minutes or something like that. It's really not a lot of work. I just haven't wanted hamburgers. I've just been cooking fish and cooking elk and steaks. I had a strip steak earlier today. That was terrible.
Terrible. What'd you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Was it a bad cut of meat, or did you prepare it
I
bad?
think I sous vide'd it for 2 hours.
Prepare it, man. Taylor, bite your tongue.
You're right.
Do you know who you're talking to?
I was sitting there eating it, and I was going, "This is awful. How could this go so badly when I did so well?" I couldn't fathom how it could taste so awful when I had done so well. Like I sous vide'd this thing at like the correct temperature for 2 hours, and then I pan seared it with rosemary and butter and garlic, and I'm just like rapidly spooning the 1,000-degree butter on top, and it's just sizzling and making this golden brown crust on the outside. And I made this garlic butter with Worcestershire sauce, like compote butter that I like put in the fridge and so I could cut it into discs. And I'm like letting that melt on top, and it's just tough as shit. It was terrible. It was terrible. I ate like 5 bites of that big ass strip steak and threw it the fuck away.
That's disappointing.
Very disappointing.
Any big post-show dinner plans?
No, I'm done for the night. I ate that like right before the show. I had a baked potato, and I had that shitty ass steak.
I gotta find something to make after this. I am hungry. I don't know
Those
if I have
zucchini
one.
fries that I make are really fucking good. They honestly are, and they're actually healthy. And it's just zucchini and Parmesan cheese. Pretty fucking.
I made filet last night. Actually, I didn't even make it. Last time I was at my grandma's, she was like, "Now I cooked about 60 pounds of filet," or not. Realistically, she's like, "Now I cooked about 7 pounds of filet." It's like, "Grandma,
Jesus.
there's 3 people here, and you just made crab legs, and you got a bucket of not a bucket. That's the wrong word. One of those giant tin containers of fried chicken, and another 2 full racks of ribs." And she's like, and I'm like, I can take some of this home with me, but it's going to go bad. And she's like, "Now, you always say that. And so I thought of something. I got this." She brings out an industrial vacuum sealer for meats. And she starts piling in pounds of steak and ribs and meats into all these different things. Then she's like, clip the bag in, and it goes like, and like, sucks all the air out, and then it crimps it. And so I've got a ton of already cooked meat.
This is the most
Just
amazing
waiting for me.
grandmother ever.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. And now he's like saying that Papa John's has changed their formula, and he's very angry. He said that he's eaten 40 pizzas this month, and he's tested to test out the product. He's not satisfied.
I watched that, and I see people being like, "He ate 40 pizzas. How could you eat 40 pizzas in 30 days?" First of all, I could do that. Second of all, there's no way he was eating entire pies.
He's not eating entire pies.
Yeah, there's no way he's
you can
doing
eat one
that.
slice, like 40 slices in 30 days. That's a
Yeah.
diet.
Just try. Yeah, it's
It's a diet.
It's not a very high protein diet or anything. But like the
Eat
funny
one
part,
and 1/3 slice of pizza every day,
And nothing
And
else
that's
but
it.
water? Yeah, that would probably be a diet.
You would lose weight precipitously if you ate 1 1/3
It's like
slices of pizza.
that's probably
a day.
less. That's probably less than 500 calories. It definitely is. Yeah.
Like unless it's like deep dish, then it's probably like only like 500.
Yeah, if you could,
but
well, yeah, like you get Chicago style or something. But
he
we're talking
was-
Papa John's pizza. It's not that robust.
yeah, well, but you also with Papa John's, like every time I order Papa John's,
That
it's
butter?
because I'm like, damn, that garlic butter sauce sounds dope as fuck right now.
I just want to
I
do
can't
shots
wait
of it.
to eat one slice of pizza saturated in it and then be upset that they only gave me one.
That's exactly how I eat it. Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
don't just put the crust in it?
Oh no.
Oh,
you
I
pour
dip
it
the
all
whole
over
fucking
the
thing
pizza.
in there. Yeah.
Pour it-
Oh, I
I
don't
drizzle
drizzle. I
it.
just dip.
No,
Oh,
I
I eat the
drizzle it.
pizza almost against my will, for lack of a better term. I eat the pizza so I can get to the crust, which is a butter shovel.
They have breadsticks.
for Papa John's or for just pizza in general. Because I think Papa John's, as far as fast food goes, is pretty solid pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm talking about Papa John's. Yeah, but I
like
switched
pizza.
over to Pizza Hut because I like the
Mhm.
crusty, cheesy crust.
Yeah.
But I don't actually
Those
eat
are
any
good.
of these. It's probably been over a year since I've had.
Yeah. I don't eat a lot of pizza. I like pizza occasionally, but I'm not like. Some people are like really obsessed with it, and like the way that like I love hamburgers. Like I can get into hamburger culture, but pizza culture, I'm just like. Yeah, like I watched this whole series of videos about these guys who tour America, and they like eat hamburgers in all the different kinds of ways, and all these fancy like old timey restaurants. Some of them cook them in beef tallow, some of them fry them, some of them put them in this special contraption with like cheese on top, and it like steam cooks everything together. Like some of them stuff them with Gouda, like all these crazy
I'm
burgers.
so
made all
hungry.
yeah,
It's
good
Sounds
shit.
so good.
But pizza, I don't give a shit. Like the whole thing. First of all, New York style pizza is not my favorite at all. It's super. We've done this. We're not gonna
Yeah.
do this again. We're not gonna do this again. We did that one.
Yeah,
Literally
Man, I'm so glad I
changed
got my fucking heat fixed. There was some kind of pressure valve or something clogged in the furnace. I don't know what it was.
was it
some-
dumbly expensive to fix?
No. Oh no,
Hmm.
very cheap. No, it was like no big deal. He went up in the attic, clickety click, clickety clack, came back down. And the best part about the whole thing was I had never changed that air filter. And he's like, you need to change that air filter. Those are 3-month filters. And I'm like, I've never changed it. He's like, yeah, I know. I looked at it, it was black. I'm like, what color are they normally? He's like, light blue or light gray.
Isn't 3 months not very long for an air filter?
I think that's the
If
schedule.
so, I need to change mine.
You might need to
Yeah.
change yours. Yeah, I think 3. So I find if they're on the ceiling or up high, you can get away with a little more. If they're near the floor, 3 months is a lot.
This was the main one, like on the furnace itself, that
Mhm.
like the intake air is going through, I suppose, and it was in terrible shape. So yeah, I had to take care
I've
of
called, like, I have like the home insurance thing that you have for like the first whatever year or so of your house, and it's $75 to have the people come out and work on it. I have had 3 different plumbers from 3 different companies come out,
Okay,
which means I'm in the hole for like over 200 buckaroos.
incalculable.
And to fix my incalculable, it's 200 and some odd, no clue, no. And like they come in, it's my kitchen sink, like my main one, and they have somehow, each one of them have made it worse than the last.
Wait,
It will be,
Did you define the problem? I'm lost.
yeah. The problem is like under my garbage disposal, it'll just start dripping water. Like after I run the disposal, or if I'm like washing a bunch of dishes on that side of the sink, I have like a partitioned sink.
Uh-huh.
And like at first it was like a trickle, and so I put like a bowl down there when I first bought the house, and it was like, oh well, I could forget about this bowl for fucking 4 months if I wanted to, and it's not going to fill up all the way. Now it's like it'll fill up in a day of washing dishes if I don't empty it out. And so it's like, what the fuck? I'm about to throw a fucking hissy fit at my home insurance company and make sure they actually send somebody out who can fix it. Because every time the plumber's all confident as fuck, being like, oh yeah, the guy who did this before, he forgot to tighten the whatever. He forgot to do this. He forgot to do that. And then they'll leave and it'll be all fucking fine.
Do they
for
test
4
it?
days. Yeah, they test it and it'll be like, but I mean, they're testing it for a minute,
Right.
as they're leaving. And every time it's gotten worse. And so I'm fucking tired coming out, sabotaging my home. I don't care for it. Enough is enough. Yeah, so I need to. I even like started looking at YouTube videos trying to fix it myself, and I'm pretty sure the guy who put it in just did it wrong back in the day. I don't know.
Yeah, Kyle and I are
it's
on
so
the
fucking
opposite
annoying.
ends of the spectrum for plumbing. Kyle doesn't seem to mind it too much. I hate plumbing. It is my least favorite household task. There's two things that are awful about it. One, I feel like the consequences are kind of high, right?
Yeah.
Water gets on like particle board cabinets, and then they're ruined for never quite the same again. That sucks. Two, every time I do plumbing, it's in the least convenient place in the history of inconvenient places. Your garbage disposal, I can imagine working on that. Upside down, in the dark, with that cabinet, very sharp edge digging into my back.
Yeah.
I've done it.
You're going all the way in.
I've done this job. I've installed a dishwasher, I mean to say, and you hook it up to the
Yeah.
garbage disposal. People don't know that's where the water goes out, and then it gets. So it's not pleasant, and I would rather hire someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather hire someone for most things like that.
So anyway, Disney Plus. I'm trying to think of other movies because like Toy Story, that always got me. Like that's an emotional movie as well. I like
That's not
that
nearly
a lot.
as sad. Everybody
Not
lives
nearly as bad
in
as
Toy
that.
Story, except for maybe like that bad kid gets scared.
Sid.
And you start off with an old human woman dying.
I'm maybe it's not Toy Story 1. Which is the one where there's like the pink bear?
Is
Just
it
trying
3?
to like fuck with them. I think it's 3. That one was
that
sad.
has the incinerator scene.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
about to do
Dude,
the
the incinerator scene, I'm like, this is a hopeless situation. Like, how does this movie end this way? And
Have you seen the edit where it does?
yes, and it's amazing. It's so good. I'm glad that you saw it. Yeah, for people who don't know, this guy gives his parents Toy Story 3 on a DVD for Christmas or something like that, right?
Yeah, the director's cut.
And he ends the movie right where the incinerator thing happens, but he's smart about it because he puts the credits after it. So sure enough, all the toys are in the trash. They get sucked into the incinerator, and there's no hope. And if you see it, it really, really feels like there's no hope, even though
Yeah,
intellectually,
they're hugging each other and accepting their fate.
yes.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
sad.
and then the credits roll, and the mom is like, "What? How can this be? This is horrible!" And they let it go, like for till tomorrow, or the next day. Like a neighbor came over and was like, "That's not how it ends." And then-
Oh, it's so good.
That's top tier trolling. That's
Yeah.
great.
so
It's
great.
like I can't believe they made the movie an hour and 7 minutes long. Like it's out of character for them.
I guess there's no Toy Story 4 unless it takes place in hell.
right?
Yeah. Woody yeah, to escape hell, to save Andy from a I
Possession.
don't know. Is he in fucking college at that point or
Maybe they
something?
possess-
He is,
Yeah,
yes.
and he's been gone. At that
Yeah.
point.
In Toy
He's-
Story 3, he was in. That is when he went to college. Yeah, that's why they Toy Story 3 was happening like that, right?
technically be a public land miner.
That's shit. Why can't you be like a fur trader or something? Like you're gonna have to hunt for your own food anyway. What if you become a fursman,
A furrier.
a furrier? Yes.
Is that what a
Taylor's
furrier
furs.
is?
Yeah.
I want to say a furrier is someone who is turning the furs into products and selling them. You
okay.
technically be a fur trapper if you're the first part of the supply line, I think.
Okay. Well, then I'll be a fur trapper. I don't know what it is. I'll do it though. That sounds better than mining because you have to kill the animals to eat anyway. May as well go give the trapped fur to someone.
Well, in any case, yeah, that'd be interesting. I think you'd be better off just purchasing a bit of that wilderness land because it's cheap as fuck. Like if you want some wilderness land, like it's out there and it's for sale and it's cheap as fuck.
Like where? Where are you talking about?
Where are you talking about? If you want to go into the Great Smoky Mountains, you could buy a nice plot up on one of those.
I'm looking at like the Big Rock Candy Mountains.
the Big Rock Candy Mountains. I know every word to that song.
I don't doubt it. I was
You're not
wondering if
gonna
you were going to
sucker
sing
me?
the whole thing.
I know
It's a
nothing
land
of
that's
this. I'm
fair
like,
and bright,
clearly, he's making Shoots and Ladders references that I'm not getting.
where the handouts grow on bushes, and you sleep out every night. The farmer's trees are full of fruit, and the barns are full of hay. There's a lake of stew and a whiskey too. You can paddle out around them in a big canoe in the Big Rock Candy Mountains. You could go out west to like Utah or the Dakotas, and I bet land out there is just incredibly cheap.
Wyoming
Like
must have some
dozens of
cheap
dollars
land.
dozens of dollars an acre. You know what I mean? But I bet
Dozens.
it's that flat
I'll take a gross of
empty,
acres.
dead land. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Alaska.
Wyoming has like 500,000 people there, and it's bigger than like what every European country.
Is it
Like,
that big?
Inside, it's a pretty big state. It's probably like not as big as Germany or something like that, but it's definitely like bigger than Italy, I would think, and the UK.
Here you go. All right. Yeah, I'm looking in Alaska right now. 120 acres, $50,000. It's wilderness. I'm looking at it. It's like pine trees, hills, rocky outcroppings, and enormous amounts of water.
I can
What about
deal
the
with
property tax
Wyoming
taxes
winter,
on that?
but Alaska winter, doesn't your pee freeze before it hits the ground?
It depends where you are in Alaska.
It depends what you've been drinking.
For
Yes.
some reason, boiling water freezes faster than cold water.
Well,
Does
they
sound
throw it
right?
up in the air and atomize it, right? So it gets that like turns to a mist. And
That's
it
not how I
freezes.
pee, though. So maybe I'll be all right.
Yeah, not if you're healthy. Not if you're healthy.
Do you ever have like post-sex peas, where it's just like for the first like 10 seconds, or like it could be up to 10 seconds. For the first while of the pee, it's just in like different streams.
That's not good.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, no,
here-
I'm not. It's not clean, I should say.
Yeah, man, this Alaska property is very cheap. Like some of them have like little shanties on them. Here's one for 55 grand. I'll just link them. That seems like it makes more sense. It's 11 acres, a shed, and it's 55 grand. This looks like what you're talking about. Now, if you got a little bit more money to spend, I mean, this interests me, to be honest. Like this looks like a crazy cool retreat. 235 grand. You're getting a cabin and 40 acres.
This is cool. This would be a cool place to live until like you need supplies or want to talk to someone.
I mean, look at this one. Like wow, Alaska's cheap apparently because you're giving up a decent place
Civilization.
to live.
So I looked up in Wyoming. Oh, here I'll screen share. It looks like you can get some Wyoming property, $250,000 for about 150 acres. So, $250,000, real money. It's not like dozens of dollars an acre, but
150 acres is cheap. I mean, it's a lot.
150 acres is quite a bit. I put in 100 as my minimum search criteria. You got some choices.
Yeah, this would be cool. This one you linked, Kyle.
Yeah.
But also that initial one you linked seems like it would be a fun place just to hunt or whatever.
All right, here's one, Woody. Here's a
55 grand lot.
Here's a 40-acre ranch in Wyoming, $19,500.
What?
Yep.
It comes with a building and it's 19 grand?
No, a ranch.
I thought a ranch meant it had some sort of farm on it.
I'm not house, horse property, ranch.
This one you just linked has a house photoshopped on.
Okay, and the last one? I like it though. I like that they did something different. You can see all the way through. It's glass and things. Oh, it's 1.5 acres.
Looks like it's sinking. In that first
It's an
one.
acre and a half. And it's Arkansas. Huh.
Huh.
Is it Arkansas?
Uh,
AK is Alaska.
well, that's
Yeah, AR is
important to know. What is Arkansas's AR? Yeah. Well, I
think
just
it's
exposed
AR.
a little something there. I think you're right.
That's
There's
okay.
There's some places like here's one in Wyoming, 300 grand comes with that. Oh, it's a pretty small house, 540 square feet, but it has 102 acres.
Yeah,
I feel like you don't need a big house out there anyway. Like the whole reason you're out there, you're going to be spending most of your time outdoors doing something.
Yeah,
you know?
you start that way, right?
Yeah, forget the house. Like I think you just want the property, and then you can park your RV out there,
That is how we
Yeah.
got here, isn't it?
and then maybe. Well, I was gonna say chop some trees down, but apparently Wyoming doesn't have trees because as far as the eye can see in this photo, it's just flat. I mean, it's not like it's crazy flat, but it's just desolate land. So yeah, 20 grand, you get yourself quite the parcel of land out there in Wyoming. 40 acres. It's the $500 an acre.
No wonder
It's not
Cheney
done.
lives out there. And the guy from Red
Oh,
October. He's Montana, but they're the same state. People don't know.
Yeah, yeah. And
Have either of you seen that Cheney movie?
no,
came
but
out?
How is it?
I
need
want to see it. I haven't seen it, but I saw Sam Rockwell's in it. I really like Sam Rockwell, so I want to see that one.
Yeah, you were older. For some reason, He-Man was one of those movies that like stuck in my household. It was one of the VHSs we had. Like my dad was all about like entertainment centers, like in the 80s and like early 90s. Like he bought a TV in like 86 that was like by today's standards was nothing, but it was like a 65-inch like box TV in like 86. So it was like $12,000 or something.
No one had
projector lights
those.
or
No one
something.
had those back then. That
Yeah,
was, like,
nobody
a big
had
deal.
them, but
If
we
it was
had
like
one.
of his TV's like a movie theater.
Exactly.
And like it's literally huge, but like yeah.
And then what would happen? It was like because we had homeowners insurance, and there was this weird like thing that would happen every 4 to 5 years where lightning would strike the television and destroy it.
Unfortunate.
Whoa, it's
But-
crazy.
But it really would. And so what would
Yeah.
happen? And what would happen was the
It
homeowners
we're going on your
insurance,
dad's word here, right? Yeah.
the homeowners insurance would say,
Actually,
"Oh, well, they
limited
don't
past.
they don't make those anymore. We'll
So you
have
get
to
the equivalent model,
the
money
equivalent model." So for like that
So
$12,000 purchase he made in 1986,
so crazy, a random like calculate like perfectly like exact precise destruction of the
My
TV.
father did not commit insurance
every
fraud.
5 years.
4 to 5.
Hey, listen, my
Yeah,
people, we invented that move. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
So like for like 2 decades, we just had the best TV that money could buy. It was always just like they just kept getting bigger and flatter for like
I'm
20
big,
years.
I'm big on the warranty. I think if you get a TV, like I do get the warranty, and I always kind of pull it. I'm like, how much time left we got like for this bad boy on the warranty? And it's like 6 months left of the 3-year warranty. I'm like, all right, contrast max, brightness max, volume, and leaving the house for vacation for 2 weeks. Hey, let's go to Best Buy, see what's up.
We had the big satellite dish in the yard. Like we were fucking looking for extraterrestrial life.
This is like this, and you're talking like 95, 96, 97.
No, way before then. This is
Oh, you guys are
1990.
like gods. There are people in your town you don't even realize they're driving by your house to show other people the satellite you have.
That was
Satellites were
1990.
big deals, and so you
It
was
was-
a big satellite, right?
It was huge. It was as big as a
Like
car.
it like adjusted, it like targeted, like you change
It
the channel,
was-
and it's like
It was massive, and I remember like there were like infinite channels, and some of them were in other languages. Like the really blurry shit, especially, would be like in Japanese and stuff. It's like, yeah, don't go above 975. That's all Japanese. It's like 975. Yeah, we always had a bunch of shit like that, and so I was obsessed with like. But what I was getting at originally was that for whatever reason, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe was part of our VHS collection. And I fucking loved that shit at like 4 years old. I had the sword and I'd run around butt ass naked, and the sword would make sound effects when you hit things with it, which is a terrible thing to give to a 4-year-old, because I would be standing on the dining room table going, "I have the power of the universe." And I'd hit the fucking chandelier as hard as I could. And the fucking sword would go.
Real quick, this isn't about cars. I made my own candles for fun. Like I bought some wicks off Amazon and some wood wicks, and I bought this huge glass container at Target and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna pour so much fucking wax in there. I'm gonna put 3 wood wicks," and it was working splendidly. I put 3 different scents of wax in there, which probably you're not supposed to do. That's probably like a kid combining a bunch of candy. Fuck it, it smelled great. And I was looking at it over there, and I was like, "Oh man, those flames are getting pretty big over there on that candle." And then I didn't know this could happen with the candle. All of the
Can you show us?
It shatter. It shatter.
No, I've had that happen
Get
too
some
in the
pot
past.
holders.
Yeah, it's enormous, and now it has a bunch of shit all over it because it was burning clean,
It's soot.
and then it just suddenly stopped burning clean like in the last 3 minutes. All of the wax caught on fire. And so it was just a plume of smoke. That's why if you go back like 1 minute, you see me go and move my computer because it was flaming up. I had to go grab a ceramic bowl and put it on top to put it out because I couldn't.
I wish you showed
blow
us.
this out because I could have started a fire.
You should have got a pot holder and brought it on camera.
This
A
thing
minor
is
apartment
giant.
finder is no big deal.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know about
Hot.
that.
But yeah, that was my other 2 candles I made that were smaller with 1 wick pre-waxed. Those are doing fine. This one I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing. And it's not that interesting, but I thought you'd like to know I almost
interested.
started a fire.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's great.
I went to the candle making Reddit a few days ago because I was like, I want to
That's a
try and
thing.
figure this out. Like it seems kind of that I literally typed in candle making Reddit and then candle making YouTube, and there was tons of stuff there. And I like by reading through, by like maybe the 5th or 6th thread, like giving you tips on how to do it better, because I'm still clearly a retard when it comes to this. It became very obvious that I'm the only man in that forum.
Yeah,
This is-
just you.
And then I started thinking. I looked up candle making classes, and if I go to a candle making class, how many young girls are going to be there? There's going to be a lot of
Zero.
old women too.
No,
But
they're
there will
all.
be young girls. There
Those
will be.
women
I'll
are
go-
too old for me, Taylor.
No, you're good. All women love candles. Every time I have a girl over, one of the first things they say is, "Oh, it smells great in here," because I always make sure my place smells
I got
fantastic.
candles
I
burning
hate
upstairs right now.
I hate when I walk into someone's house and I get like that family's scent, you know, where it's like, oh, this is what the Smith's house smells like. But I liked it when I'd go to someone's house and I'd be like, oh, it smells like pine in here. Huh, I bet it always smells like pine in here. What a wonderful, like, do you guys think like that too? Like
Yeah.
when you notice
I
those
don't
scents?
know. I like family smells. I like when you go into a new house and you're like, yeah. But they get up some crazy shit around here. You can smell it in the air. Yeah. It
Well,
smells like bacon grease and lubricant.
Every once in a while, my friends would like wash my clothing. Like it just would happen. I don't know. Maybe I'm staying over there that night, or we went swim party or something, and I'd get my clothes back after my friend's mom washed them.
Right.
That is a kicking candle, Taylor.
Yeah, this is
10,000. That's
amazing.
like one candle. 10,000 candle power.
Exactly. That is amazing.
10,000 candle power. You know why? Is because after I looked up more things about candles, I found that not all wicks are the same. And so I bought a wick that is now in there that is meant to burn in a much, much larger container. And so I didn't know. I just ordered, off Amazon Prime. So, all of my steaks I've made on my own. And so we'll see where we go from here. I think it's fun. I like fucking around with wax. I liked trying to layer in the different scents, like letting it dry and stuff. I don't know. There's something about it that I feel like this is a good in if I could find a candle making club, that there would absolutely be young chicks there. And if not, and if it's a bunch of old bitches, then I'll just be able to sit there and focus on my candle making.